Welcome to another episode of the Grimaldo Group. Today I'm here with our newest member of the team. She's an old friend, but a new member. She decided to make the move. Sunny Huang.
That's right.
Is that how you pronounce
Huang. Sunny Huang.
Huang.
Close
Okay,
enough.
Huang.
The H is silent.
Okay. So how do you feel so far?
Yeah, I feel great. I've been extremely busy. I can't really count. At the beginning, I was counting how many transactions I was working with or deals I've been working with. But right now, I have, 7, 8 listings.
Let's go.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Yes, thank you. And then I'm working with one that's under contract now, but they might cancel. So
It's part of it, right?
yeah, it is.
So tell us a little bit about you, Sunny. How long you been doing real estate?
Just over a little two years.
2 years.
So 2 years, and we're in February. So 2 years and 2 months.
Nice.
Yes.
What did you do before this?
My background is basically over 30 years of property management experience on
Wow.
all facets, from senior living to new construction,
No way.
brand new lease ups, HOA management. I used to
Different
be,
companies?
Yes. So
Okay.
I used to be the community association manager for Verado.
No way.
Yes.
Oh, you're the one.
I was the one. Yes.
We barely
Move your
live
car.
there.
Yeah.
How is that community? It's my favorite community.
You know what? I know that there is some stigma out there about the homeowners and residents there, but if it weren't for them, there would be no association. The Verado is a unique area, and the developers were really good in building that area. Everything is different. Verado is its own city. That's why there's a lot of social media posts saying Verado is not a city.
I know it's Buckeye, right?
Yeah, it is Buckeye.
It's very different.
Very different.
They have some nice, unique, like the restaurant by the grill.
Yes,
That one's beautiful. You come out there, it's like you don't even imagine that exists back there.
correct.
Yeah, so awesome. I can go deeper on Verado because I love it. I have
Yeah,
2
I'm
lots
sure.
in there.
Yeah, I'm
my
sure.
daughter bought a house. Beautiful. So anyway, so you did property management for 30 years. Since you were probably born, right? 30 years ago?
Well, actually, it started out just being a job for me to get through college.
Okay.
So at the time when I was going to college, I was working 2 jobs. I was working for the airlines, and then I was working for property management. The airlines, I quit because it was just too hard for me to be traveling from here to Australia too much.
Oh
so
my
much,
gosh.
and then still keeping my other job as property management. So I had to make a decision, and I decided to just pursue property management. And at 21 years old, I think it was, I don't know what my regional manager was thinking, but she promoted me to manage 868 unit complex at 21 years old. So
Well, she probably saw something in you that, made you that. It wasn't that you were...
yeah,
There was something special about you that made her, pick you.
yes.
How was that?
I accepted it, and I was nervous, but I ran with it. I was very grateful. If somebody could see just that little piece of me in that,
That's awesome.
and in my attribute or character or even my work ethic, I wanted to make sure that I could make that person that they made a worthwhile decision.
Well, you stepped up to the plate, and that was a big responsibility.
Yes, I did.
Wow.
Yeah. So ever since then, I've been a manager, and then now I'm into real estate.
You're a natural leader. I can see that.
Thank
And,
you.
I mean, we're a little scared because she likes everything to be perfect, which actually
Yes,
is
I do.
but it's great though because it pushes us to do better, right?
Mm-hmm.
To improve. And I don't see anything wrong with it. And instead, I see that it's a great trait to have.
Thank you so much. I think I'm trying to be a little bit more better at that, to be able to delegate a little bit more things to other people and to let go of some stuff. But I still like to have my hands and eyes on a lot of things.
Good.
Just because it's my business, and also because of liability and stuff.
100%. And that's something that we're going to talk about it in the meeting.
Oh, good.
That it is our responsibility as agents to work on our contracts and all that.
Yes.
And make sure that the transaction coordinators are just coordinating stuff, right? They cannot be doing anything else. So that being said, so you've been a leader, and why real estate? Well, I mean, you were in real estate, but why the jump into sales?
I think I wanted, for one, because I wanted to take away what I felt like was, again, a stigma about realtors, right? I wanted to take away that thought from other people. Hey, realtors are like car salesmen. No, realtors aren't like car salesmen. Realtors are people who are actually, creating a home for you, finding a home for you, and laying that foundation for your future, whether it be especially if it's your first home. So I wanted to do that, and I also wanted to make sure I do it the right way
I want to touch on that because a lot of people don't realize all the work that we do behind the scenes.
Yes.
All that liability that we take away from the client when they're making that purchase. So what's one thing that you can say that you wanted to make a difference on? What was something that you said, you know what, I need to change this perception from people thinking that real estate agents are just like car salespeople?
Well, most importantly is if somebody hires me as a realtor, I want to make sure they're doing making a really solid decision. I just don't want them to choose me just because I'm the first one they spoke to or the last person they spoke to. I want them to really value me as a realtor, and more importantly for them too, so that they are entrusted with my expertise and my knowledge and wisdom about real estate, so I can guide them the right way.
And there's a lot of value in that. One of the things that I can say about this business and any industry is we don't get paid by what we do, we get paid by what we know.
Right.
And there's so many unknowns in this business that people take for granted that it's very easy to not only get your clients in trouble, but also leave money on the table. And many people want to save a buck by going with the cheapest agent. On not knowing that it's going to cost them more because they don't know what they're leaving on the table.
It's just like that saying, you get what you pay for.
True.
So I kind of feel that similarly it could be for real estate as well. So
for sure. And I think one of the things that I can say we can be proud of is we negotiate hard.
Yes.
I was talking to Jackie this morning. She's one of the youngest here in the team, and she brought a deal from $720,000 to $685,000.
Way to go!
And the buyer wanted more. That's a great deal already, and it was priced right. Not only that, they also got a concession and compensation. So the buyer's saving tens of thousands of dollars, and sometimes they still want more. And again, it's fine, but at some point you got to say, well, am I getting a good deal, or am I just afraid of make the move, right? And that's something that it's important to have a good agent behind you that is going to be like you, that really takes pride in their profession to get the best outcome, because at the end of the day, that's what we're looking for, right?
Yes, 100%. And what I've learned thus far in real estate is where a lot of leaders like yourself and where I previously came from, the coaching program that I was in, they would always tell us, they would always tell me, Sunny, you always have to be in front. You always have to be in the know. So many of us, so many new realtors, maybe I don't want to say the younger generation who come into real estate, I don't feel like they really want to apply themselves. They just want to get into real estate and do it without knowing the knowledge. Real estate is like anything else. It changes all the time. Just like the news. Real estate is like the news. We change all the time. So that's one thing that I did take, that is a big takeaway for me, is it's very important for me to be plugged in and to be abreast on and everything about real estate, and not just my market here in the West Valley, but also my market in the mid Central Phoenix and even the East Valley, especially. And I learned that the hard way, unfortunately, because I was only concentrating on the West Valley. But once I got a client in the East Valley, I was in a tough spot. I really had to know the market really well.
Definitely, and you hit something that I am passionate about. I was thinking about it this morning, and I'm like, all right, some people want to get lemons out of a tree that they haven't even planted a seed on.
Yeah.
And just think about it. What you mentioned right now is basically I was thinking about it. I'm like, how do I illustrate this in a nice way? Well, some people want to already collect fruit, but they haven't even planted a seed. And when you go get your license, that most of the stuff that we learn in school, we don't even apply outside, right? So what you said is on point, and we have to continuously learn. Like I'm reading every single day, Sunny. I read every single day. I look at the market. Every single day I look at the inventory. I'm seeing what the market trends are, what businesses are coming in, how are we growing. 200 people move into the city every day. Like, you have to know these numbers, these stats, so that you can inform your clients for them to make the best decision possible. But if you don't know these things, when somebody else gets in front of one of your clients, let's say they already purchased the home and they didn't know that there was going to be a railroad next to them, but you knew and they didn't consult with you because you were more expensive.
Right.
How much is that going to cost them, right?
A lot. Yeah.
So experience matters, guys, and
Yes.
for you guys to think whenever you're gonna hire somebody, don't just go with the cheapest version, right?
That's right.
I'm gonna ask you this question, Sunny. If you're gonna
Yes.
get surgery, would you go with the cheapest or would you go to the best?
First and foremost, it's not more about the price for me. It's more about, again, about the wisdom and knowledge of the doctors, right?
So you would pay more if it was a
I
better
would pay
quality.
more, yes. I mean, same thing. Aren't we all like that? And you know what I mean?
Not everybody is.
Not everybody is, but I mean, if it's to something that we really like, a house, a car, or something, they'll pay the extra $500 to get that car if that's an XLE versus a
Look at her. She
regular-
knows about cars. Huh?
versus a regular one, right? So yeah, I would pay the extra.
For
I
sure.
mean, same thing for traveling too. Here's my advice about that is, if everybody would treat and take that kind of a mindset about traveling, how when they go to traveling, you YOLO, you live only once, right? So if you're gonna pay the extra $500 just to go on like a business class ticket to go to Europe on a 15-hour flight, why won't you do the same for anything else? You know,
100%.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, so it's important that you get a professional. And first of all, I want to thank you for joining us.
Yeah,
We're
thank you.
humbled and we're honored to have you.
I'm grateful.
Yes, you bring a lot of great energy.
I should have done this a long time ago when you were talking to me a
Really?
year ago. Yes.
You think so?
I do.
You feel that way? Well, I'm glad you feel that way.
Yeah, I do.
And I think we also push each other. We also we rub against each other in a great way to compete, right? We see the competition, we want to get more, and we get ideas. Like we did script practice this morning, and it was good because then some of the agents had questions on some things, and other agents had the answers for them, and now they're like, oh wow, that's cool. That's a great perspective to see it. So it's so good to have someone like you, experienced.
Thank you.
In many ways that we can learn from.
And I do appreciate that script practice, although it's a little early in the morning for it. We're amongst peers. Where else better to do it amongst peers and practice versus when you're in the real world and you're not.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So if you're out there, if you're thinking about making a move, I mean, this is something that we provide. We do script practice every morning, Monday through Thursday. We have our meetings
Masterminds.
masterminds twice on Mondays. Then we have our meetings on Tuesday.
We have a lot of agents that are available to help each other and support each other.
100%. And experience, right? I think that's the biggest thing that we have, which we can share with you guys to help you succeed. And one thing that I come from Keller Williams, and Gary Keller was an amazing mentor and coach, and he runs a great business. And one thing that he said is we can't succeed alone. No one succeeds alone.
That's right.
And I think if we have a good village, people are going to thrive and grow together. And that's what we're looking to do here. So thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you guys for watching.
Bye. Have a good day.
Take care.